So Leonidas Arcona in this German podcast here basically was talking about why he left the sport of arm wrestling and his match with Devin, and he was basically saying he had expectations that he was going to do very well against Devin, which is surprising to me to hear because he did contradict himself because earlier before the match he was saying, I'm the beginner. That makes it even worse if Devin loses against a bodybuilder. And a beginner is what he was saying. He was very confident going into that match. And Devin says, I believe your chance is 0%. And he was trash talking him in German during the match. You could see how confident Leonidas was genuinely that he was going to do well in that match. But here's what he said here. Let's listen.
The last time you saw me arm wrestling was the match with Devin. I'm also from Germany. Did you know that? I'm also from Germany. My mother was from Schwartz. He really tore me apart. He's getting a lot of hate now because he beat me up so much in that match and we were friends. I said, Devin, I'm going to give it my all and I want you to treat me the same way you would treat others.
So he said he wants him to treat him the same way he would treat others. So that means he would not have a problem with Devin going crazy during the match. So I don't think it was that. Maybe it was just the expectation that he thought he would do better than he would is why he quit.
We're friends. Everything's cool. I know it's part of your show. Of course, it's easy to say, but it still hurt me. It's not the fact that Devin beat me up a little bit, but the preparation for the match was so intense for me physically and mentally that I thought, I've got it. I really have it. I've arrived now.
Really? He really had it. He thought he arrived after his preparation, even though, I mean, he was only, a couple years into the sport, and I don't think he was still even 100% dedicated for those years, specifically entirely just for arm wrestling. So I don't know how he would think he would be immediately at the top of the sport just from having the musculature. It just doesn't work like that.
And then to realize that you're still miles away from being able to compete with the absolute top 3 in the world, that does something to you, clearly.
So clearly that demotivated him, just his expectations of doing better. Let's read a couple comments here that were in German that I could translate. Thinking he could beat Devin after a year of training was a bit optimistic. Yeah, that's the thing. That's called being humbled. I totally understand. You work hard and you think you've got him, but then you get slapped in the face. Devin isn't one of the best of all time for nothing. Exactly. Leonidas demolished Schoolboy. I hope he comes back to arm wrestling someday. Absolutely. Let's look at his record here. So he beat Larry Wheels on the left, beat him on the right. He beat Schoolboy on the right. Then he lost to John Brzenk. And then the month later, he faced Devin. So he faced John Brzenk on the right, looks like in August of last year. And then in September, he faced Devin. That was not even a match. I mean, that was just a complete blowout. So I do hope he comes back and will face Brian Shaw at some point. That's what Robert had revealed, that apparently Leonidas' manager was in contact with East versus West trying to show interest in a match with Brian Shaw. So I do think that would be a good matchup, but definitely let me know some other potential matchups for Leonidas, and should he return to the sport, let me know in the comments and hit like and subscribe.